Hey there, model railroad fans. Welcome to Vintage Road and Rail. Before we get started, let me just take a quick moment to wish our great nation, the United States of America, a happy 277th birthday. Amazingly enough, we're only about 3 years away from this nation being 250 years old. I haven't really seen or heard much, but I'm hoping the railroads will do something special, kind of like they did for the Bicentennial. But we'll wait and see on that one. The other thing is, this is a great day to spend with friends and family. Many people are off work, and it's a good time for barbecues, fireworks. So, I just want to wish everyone a happy 4th of July and remind everyone to stay safe, be responsible, all that good stuff. Don't want anybody getting hurt or anything. So anyway, with that out of the way, let's take a look at this Bachmann N-Scale Bicentennial train set. This is something I picked up off of eBay a couple of months ago. I'm not sure if the listing said this had ever been run or not, but upon looking at it, I don't know if you can see here, but the leads are hooked up, but the track is secured. So I don't know if it's one of these things where they just didn't use the track, but they used the power supply. Who knows, but this is definitely a used set. But I will not be using this track today. You can see I've got some Bachmann Easy Track, just making kind of an oval to test it out on. So let's take a look at the outside of the box real quick. Really what you see here is all there is. I'll tell you what, I'm going to show this. I'm going to bring this up here where that you can see it, and you can read that if you want to. I'm not going to read it myself, but we do have some information, and we see the train there. And this locomotive is a U36B. Alright, so let's get that out of the way, and get this plastic here out of the way. Now, as you can see, we've got 4 cars here. Bachmann did make 2 others. I can't remember what they are. When I edit this video, I'll try to put that down here at the bottom of the screen somewhere. One is another founding father, and the other one is another object. I just can't remember which ones. So anyway, we've got our track, and we've got some track leads here. We've got our power supply, and it's got some track lead there, and the power cord is in there. I'm not going to pull any of this out. So what we're going to do is we're just going to pull all the trains out, and as you can see, there is some paperwork there, but all that is warranty information and some basic troubleshooting. So let's go ahead and get these out, and we'll get the box out of the way, and we'll just take a look at each of these pieces, and then we'll set it up on the track and see how she goes. Now, being that this is a Bachmann train set, and it's made in the 70s, I have no idea how well this locomotive is going to perform. I do know that it runs, but that's all I know. So just in case, I have brought out this SD60, and this is a demonstrator unit, to pull the cars in the caboose if it comes to that, and that way we can at least see it running. But I did give this a quick test, and I don't think it's acting right. Like I said, I know it runs, but something's funny about it, and we'll get there in a few minutes. Alright, so let's set these here, and the other 2 that I can't remember which ones they are. I've had a hard time finding those on eBay for some reason. I don't know if there's just not a lot of them in circulation, but I believe one's blue and one's red, just like this is. Alright, so let's start with this Bicentennial caboose. So let's pop this open, get the caboose out. And I find it very interesting that even in the 70s, Bachmann was giving you metal wheels. And as you can see, it's got these, I believe they're Rapido couplers. I'm not 100% sure. But this caboose looks very good. I'll let the camera zoom in. So we got the, is that a, yep, 1776. American, and then over here, American Bicentennial. Everything looks to be complete and in good shape. So now let's move over to one of these, I believe they're 50-foot box cars. See if I can get it out. There. Come on, there we go. Alright, and this one is George Washington, and my eyes are having a very hard time reading this, so I'm going to get this up close. Hopefully you will be able to read it. So we have our brake wheel, which is really nice, and again we've got the metal wheels, Rapido couplers. Everything looks nice and crisp. Nice looking little car. So now let's move to the next one, which is going to be the Liberty Bell. I like the little cases these are in. So we have our brake wheel, again with the couplers and the wheels. And I will let this zoom in as good as I can here. And we've got Liberty Bell, and hopefully you'll be able to read that, because I tell you I sure can't. And up here we have 1776 to 1976. Everything, again, nice and crisp. Looking good. Alright, so let's move on to Benjamin Franklin. So again, we got our brake wheel, so that's really nice. There's the bottom of the car. And this is Benjamin Franklin. And I'm going to, like I said, my eyes are not good enough for this little N-scale stuff, at least reading anything, so hopefully you can read what's on the screen there. But everything does look nice and crisp. They did a really good job with it. Alright, and let's go to our final car. And this one's going to be the Declaration of Independence. Again, our brake wheel. And there's the bottom. Everything's nice and complete. And then the Declaration of Independence, July 4th, 1776. So hopefully you're able to read that. And then here is the other side. Again, everything is really nice and crisp. Looks really good. Hopefully one of these days I can find the other two cars. I saw them once, not long after I got this set, but wasn't in a position to buy them, and so I missed it. And I haven't seen it since. Alright, so here is, I believe this is a Norfolk Western locomotive. And this is a U36B, so that means it's got 2 axles per truck. It's a GE locomotive. Looks really good, looks really nice. I did try to oil this up just a little bit before filming this video, but all of our handrails are there on both sides. Really nice on the front. Really nice there on the back. And here on the bottom we've got actually metal gears. I was really surprised because this same era, Bachmann and HO, you're going to run into split gears a lot because they're nylon gears and they're pressure fit on the axle, and so they crack. So this is really nice. This is all metal, so you take good care of it, it should really last. Alright, so that is a look at all of the cars and everything. So I'm going to stop the video here, get everything loaded up on the track, and then we're going to see how well it runs. But like I said, we may opt to use this ultimately, just in case this doesn't work really well. Now I'll go ahead and give you the heads up as to what the problem was. It runs good enough. The question is, will it pull the cars? But the biggest thing is on this curve, or if I try to go backwards, well, you couldn't see this curve over here, or if I try to go in reverse, this curve over here, it derails slightly to where that this front truck will come off the track. and eventually it'll short and stop. So we'll see what we can do with that. Alright, well again, let me stop the video. So I've got everything on the track here, and I've got our locomotive on there, and I checked it to make sure I've got everything on the track, so it should be ready to go. And I've sitting in a chair behind the camera, and I've got the tripod and everything lowered to where it's sitting right on it. So we're going to try to just move slowly so you can just see each car. You can see our Declaration of Independence. So let's give it a little motion. It's actually got good slow speed. I mean, this is not bad. So here we come up on George Washington. And then we've got Benjamin Franklin. And we've got our Liberty Bell. And we've got our caboose. So I'm going to back it up so we can get another good look at them. It's definitely a grumbly little engine. Alright, so there it is. Looks really good. I really like it. I think it's nice. So let's come off the tripod. I'm going to go slow. You can see that front coupler. Looks like it held. Definitely a good looking little train set. I don't mind saying. I guess I should say if I do say so myself. Well, it's going great slow. Let's see if we can step it up just a bit. It did it. If you come in here, you can see how that coupler is pointed over to the locomotive's right. And if you look here, you can see what it's done. So let me go ahead and stop, and I'm going to switch out the locomotive. I don't have a lot of in-scale stuff. I had one that would have matched up better, but it had a different coupler, and I didn't have any kind of an adapter car to put in between them or anything like that for in-scale. HO, I would have been all set. I thought about using this little 060, but it wouldn't pull the cars. I've got a BNSF SD60M, but I thought this blue one would fit just a little bit better than BNSF's orange. But anyway, this is the cars and caboose being pulled by this SD60, and we can get some decent speed going here. Alright, model railroad fans, that's a look at this Bachmann N-scale Bicentennial train set. Very good looking train set. I apologize I wasn't able to use the actual locomotive, but let's get it on in here so at least it can be on camera. So I'll try and see if I can figure out why it's doing that. I don't know what its issue is, but in all honesty, it's probably just going to get stored away for a while. But yeah, nice looking set if I do say so myself. I like it. Definitely makes a good addition to my collection. You know, if you've watched any of my videos, you know I love like NHL scale billboard cars and stuff like that. But the other thing I really like is anything patriotic or bicentennial. So I think this is a really nice addition to my collection of Spirit of 76 or bicentennial stuff. So anyway, before I go, again, I just want to wish everybody a happy 4th of July. Stay safe out there. Oftentimes you don't have to watch out for yourself, but the idiot beside you. I've seen enough on YouTube of people blowing up things they didn't mean to because they're just not being safe. So stay safe out there, guys. Also, if you enjoyed this video, do me a favor and hit that like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Well, model railroad fans, until next video, happy model railroading, guys. Take care.